Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to share with you this Anzac journal that I've made for somebody who was interested in buying a Anzac journal. This is the first time I've actually made a journal with somebody else in mind. I've said to her if she doesn't really like it, that's fine, she doesn't have to buy it. But she's shared a few pictures with her already and she seems keen, so I hope I'm going to let her know this video is up there. So I hope you like this. And we'll see how we go. So I've got a double wrapped around seam binding ribbon, lace on the spine, which has got a bit of thread here. There's always something when I share a video, a journal. Always. I made the journal using file folder, a green one, and the cover is from Uniquely Creative. Tapestry of Time collection, and this picture here is from, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I put my stuff away from another collection from a South Australian company that sells this kind of materials. So they do genealogy, that's the word I'm looking for. So because that's the front, and it's a flip out one. My favourite kind. This is from a music title sung by Vera Lynn. Vera Lynn was very famous for her song in World War II, We Meet Again. So I popped that in. I made a little tag, a big tag with lots of pockets in it, and the journaling space in the back. Some lace on the cover here. Tuck spot there. I'll try to find the name of this, and I'll try to remember to put it on the link below for that. This is from a book called The Anzac Violins. It's about this man in World War I from New Zealand who took his violin to Gallipoli with him, and how it helped the people, the soldiers around him during that time. And the images are really beautiful. I mean, look. Somebody on the stretcher there. It's just really lovely. I'll show you back in a minute. This is from an advert. This is from another music, but it's about a song for the service people. It's very hard to sort of. You can take them out, but I don't want to, because these are genuinely genuine things. So they're quite old and they're quite fragile. I've got a double wraparound pocket here with some things in them. This is an envelope with something inside. A surprise for the buyer. I'll show you. I made this little journaling card there for this pocket there. And this is a painting of an Australian landscape that could be used as well. But I thought that worked well. This is some beautiful tea stained paper that I bought from Letters to My Sister, which is a Australian Etsy store, and I'll try to put the links below before. I'm going to forget, so I'm going to put them down. Name of other collection. I'm sorry. I have a rubbish sleep last night. I think I might have had about maybe 2 hours if I was lucky. That's not so it's not good when I'm asleep. So this is the inside of that really Anzac orientated. It is very World War I orientated, but it's still, that's where the name Anzac came from. So this is a envelope, and I made this tag, and there's the images from that book, the letter of the Anzac Violin. Just ties in really nicely. And somebody I know did this artwork and sent me a copy of it, which was very nice of her. This is an Anzac biscuit tin advert that I found. I had a poppy stamp from Uniquely Creative, so I've used that. Here's the back of that song for the services. As you can see, the services are all there. This is a map of Gallipoli, but it can be used as an extra space to write on or keep stuff on. It's the back of that advert. There's more of that beautiful violin, the Anzac violin story. There's the people going up the slope at Anzac Cove. Belly band with, I've tucked all these frames in so that it can be used in this journal for photographs, or even just to put around writing spaces, or a piece of paperwork like a discharge paper or whatever. I just thought there's a whole variety of frames there. This goes in the belly band like that. I know it goes in because I just got it out. Yeah, that's better. And look, this is a uniquely creative collection as well, this one here. Beautiful. I love this old map of Australia. And this is a frame with this comes out. So the person can put another photograph on top of that if they wish, or put it on the back, up to them really. And goes back in like that, and then that comes out, and then on the back there's more space for writing. Oh, needs to be linking. Put that there to one side. I've made a little cluster here with paper and some doily, some vintage paper, more from that Anzac violin story. This is Vera Lynn, but the song I've got in here is before the World War II, but this paper that I've got here is so brittle that it's coming apart where I folded it. So, and this is from a vintage colouring book. This is very old as well, as cracking on the, so there's somebody's coloured on the back, but I just got it because the poppy is just beautiful. Just tuck that in there. I just glued the bottom in so it's a tuck spot because both of them were quite big. They did one of those Jim Holtz ephemera holders, so there's some things in there from the Uniquely Creative collection, and I also had some other thing here as well from another collection. Why is that coming undone? Probably because it's been warm and the glue has decided not to work anymore. Well, we've just had the first. We've had phone calls, we've had emails, but now we've had somebody knocking on the door wanting to know if we wanted to have an appraisal. Must be desperate for houses. Must be desperate. I mean, my husband and I would love to go somewhere near the sea, but we just can't afford it. Because the gap between what our house is worth and what they are worth is just too much. Sport that now because it's got glue everywhere. I wanted to get that stuck. So these two things come from another collection, but they've got the words memory and cherish, which I thought fits in really well with this, with the whole Anzac story, so that's why they popped them in this ephemera holder as well. Another pocket that's sitting inside, and another cluster. Bits of rubber everywhere. Digital doily, and this is a piece of information about how the Anzacs came about. I've made a belly band out of a tea-stained broderie anglais from Letters to My Sister, Etsy shop. So this is another flip out. Again, this is from somebody I know who created this for me, which was very kind of her. And a couple of Project Life cards, just because with the colours matches and you are remembered. Thought they were very suitable for that particular. Lots of things in here, in this pocket here. I'm not going to take them all out because there's quite a few things in there. related to the Anzacs. And this great little tuck spot here with just a map of Australia about the annual rainfall for Australia and New Zealand. This is from a vintage map book from 1942. 42? Yeah. There's that more illustrations from that lovely Anzac Violin story. A friend of mine gave me this bookmark, and I've made a journaling card to go in there. And at the back, now people were so generous with their time and effort. Somebody gave me a lot of these the tags and things that I got. These things here were sent to me by various people. Just people being so nice, and somebody sent me this book, and I've popped it in here just for more journaling. And I've just put some more things in there, some things that people know about, like Lone Pine and Simpson, a vintage paper bag, and there's some things in the paper bag. This is the story of the Anzac violin, and this is more of the paper bag, and there's something in there. I'm not going to show everything because I want the person who I think would like to have this journal. She said she would like to have it. She's been really happy with what I've done so far, like I said. And this comes from just the cover of the paper collection. So I've just popped them in there because they're very shiny, I know, but they're great sort of little tags or cards or whatever. And that's from Uniquely Creative. And that's the back. And I found it really, in a way, touching to do this journal because I myself do not have any Anzacs in my family because I was a migrant to Australia, and I had one grandfather who wasn't allowed to go to war because he was a coal miner. And the other grandfather was in Burma, and he had medals, but he never really talked about what happened in Burma. We think he actually had to shoot a Japanese soldier, but we're not 100% sure. So, but the Anzac tradition itself, I don't have any personal connections to it. So, but I acknowledge the fact that it had a huge impact on Australian society and Australians that we are today. So thank you very much for sharing this journal with me, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and I really hope that the person who would like the journal likes it too. Thank you very much for sharing with me, and we'll see you again next video. Bye bye.